Hello everybody, my name is Anthony. Welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Southwest Africa. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, we are making some advancements over here in France. We've taken over Brittany. We've taken over this northern part here in Normandy as well. Looks like the Canadians are going to help us out here so we can actually defend this province. Of course, we do need to keep pushing through. 172 defense. That's quite high. I mean, don't attack actually over the river. That's probably not even benefiting us at all. Move over to Nantes. Try attacks. We're no longer taking a massive river penalty. Walk into this province because it's completely abandoned. And we're losing organization here. Our cavalry unit is, but they're not going to break through that. Which is good for us. Looks like, yeah, the Canadians or anything is not actually helping this attack. But that's okay. We've still done 2% of war participation. You know, that's okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. Yeah, and the British and the French have also put a decent amount of troops over here in Oldenburg. So, you know, naval invasions are going on all over the place. Looks like you should hopefully get something done there. Okay, you move over here. You know, you also go over here as well. You'll be there in 6 hours to give some assistance in this attack. 75, fantastic. They're actually not even engaged in the battle yet. I think it's a 7% chance per hour that they're going to reinforce. There we go. So hopefully this province will at least fall into our hands shortly. We've also integrated the northern part here in Namibia. We're going to deal with the crisis. Going to get a little bit of political power for that. And then, so which one are we going to go for? Are we going to go for native recovery, German recovery, or the Omega recovery? I'm guessing we're going to need multiple things here. We gain German exports, production efficiency caps goes up, paternal autocracy and social conservatism also goes up. German industrial projects, and off map, yeah, so we're going to need to go through this entire line. But we can basically, I think, just go all straight through. We're going to get to German recovery because I think that makes sense given our situation that we've kind of chosen for ourselves here. So again, it's 1940. It's 1941, actually. So near 1942 guns, right? We're still a decent amount ahead of time on that. So never mind, we're not going to do that quite yet. Who's actually in our army right now? Is it just... Yeah, we've not added any other things in here. Like, we don't have any artillery companies or anything like that. Can we actually add, like, engineer support artillery? There we go. So we've added some artillery. So let's upgrade our artillery then. Because right now, basically, our infantry divisions are basically just shit. But they're still very, even taking a little bit of a penalty there for their experience, they're still doing quite well, I would say. Okay, so we have moved in a little bit. Again, stretching out the French as far as humanly possible. How are you guys over here on this front doing? Answer is... Not great. Yeah, so these areas are completely under control. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to push into that province any longer. How about you? How well defended are you? You are pretty well defended, so ignore that for now. I guess I'll just have you deploy like here-ish, because I don't know where actually to put you. So we got Sardinia has landed more troops into Italy. These guys are trying to do a naval invasion again. Naval invasions suck until like 1944, because you need to get like so many techs for your navy invasion, like navy invasions, to actually have a chance. Like, is it escort ships? Where even is it listed in here anymore? Or is it still infantry? Yeah, you basically need to get like all of these things done to have even a chance of getting a successful naval invasion. Of course, I probably should have researched landing crafts a little bit earlier, but too late. We're already here. And by the way, I never even attacked anywhere that actually had troops in the provinces to begin with. Because, you know, I'm not suicidal. Let's move these troops down a little bit. See, maybe there's no troops here. I'm assuming there definitely are, but, you know, on the off chance that there actually is nothing. Actually, this tank looks really weak. We might be able to kill it. Okay, this light tank is moving out in 1 day, 22 hours. We'll watch that so we can go take over this city. How great would it be if we were actually the ones that managed to capture Paris? Even though, again, they've been so close this whole time. The fall of Beijing. It seems like the Qing situation grows quite dire. So this is the Japanese. The Republic of China and them is also doing quite well. They are taking on Yunnan. The Qing, I guess, is going to be split up between them and Japan. You know, we'll see how that actually goes. Looks like the French are the Italians actually going to be aiding in some of these tank divisions, which is not fantastic. I would like these Canadians also to help me attack on this tank. It'd be quite well. You know, they're aiding with a handful of troops. We might need to stop this attack soon. As disappointing as that is. Well, I mean, we're still technically winning. We're not winning this battle quite yet. Their organization at 6.1. It doesn't drop very fast because our breakthrough is quite low. And we're not actually able to pierce the enemy armor. So I guess for now, we will stop the attack. That light tank can kind of just hang out. For now. So where can we push through? We can see, like, almost all French tanks are in a bad situation. Their strength is low. Organization's quite low. Yeah, all their tanks. Apparently, France does not have the tank numbers required to maintain the war effort. But looking at this, also the Germans do not have the amount of tanks necessary to complete in the war effort either. So, you know, who are we to judge? Is there anywhere that would be an easy target? Okay, let's move back in on this province. Maybe we can actually take out this motorized division. It does have one tank division in it. No, but it looks like the French have maybe wisened up to my plan here. Let's just attack while their organization's already low. And maybe we can get something done here. Their defense is quite high, 144% modifier. But we also have 157% modifier, which is not too bad ourselves. You actually have some modifiers yourself. So what can I go? Let's go for an infantry expert. And for our field marshal, because we do have points here as well, let's go for an organization first. Recovery rate goes up. I think we choose like multiple things in here. I think we have like 3. So let's go for attack +1. And then also go for... not planning. I actually have not been using planning at all for this entire thing. So let's go for recovery rate +10%. And I think that should be fine. And, you know, we should actually be drawing at least some sort of idea of a front line. You know, at least getting some organization bonuses. But I've been more or less flat out ignoring that for now. So you have 150 political power. We need somebody who can actually get some good stuff done. Artillery attack and defense. Let's go to partial mobilization because we're still on early. Make our factories a little bit better. Yeah, the French really, they do have a lot of men. There is no question about that. You know, if the two Sicilies or something joined the Entente, it would be a lifesaver. Or, you know, they joined the internet, or they joined the Reichspakt, but I don't think they're going to do that either. Yeah, so China's going to win here. That's A-okay. Abyssinia's at war again with all these people. Who's actually going to win that war? 'Cause it seems like it's been going on for like a long-ass time. So that's like 2 million lives almost. Ottoman Empire is like close to capitulating. Egypt has always been close to capitulating. I do think the Ottomans are going to lose eventually. The question is just when. Yeah, so we're trying to naval invade into Belgium. That's not going to work. We still have another 30 days, another 20 days, I should say, until we can actually deal with the crisis. Yeah, attack back into the motorized divisions. Attack back into this really weak tank division. Yeah, I think they're going to try to reinforce. They have with a very, very low organized infantry, so that doesn't really matter as far as I'm concerned. We're actually going to stop the attack here. Because we have supplies, at least. I mean, we don't have the manpower, but we do have the supplies to keep on the offensive. At least somewhat. We don't have the artillery right now, but we should get that soon enough. Actually, it's probably for these guys, they don't have the artillery, right? Yeah, reinforcements also is a top priority here for us at the time being. This tank division looks like it's going to go down soon, which is going to actually increase the French front line by 1 province. Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. These do not connect. But we're going to get some good stuff done. I'm assuming you probably think, probably superior enemy, right? Yeah, negative 100%. They are not happy with how things are going right now, but that's fine. Their opinion really doesn't matter. So they added in an infantry division, but again, their organization is quite low. They're getting some attacks over here as well. Where can... I'm trying to push in their way over here. And they're also like attacking you with like not enough men. This whole front line is like so heavily defended, it's insane. I mean, our front is significantly less defended, but there's not much we can do. It'd be really nice if the AI, like if Canada and the Kingdom of France, I think, did a massive offensive. We would probably ask you to smash straight through the French. Or the Communards, I guess. They got 2 more days here. Again, they're reinforcing the troops that are not at all ready for an attack. Or, you know, the organization's trash, I should be saying. They reinforced down on this truck. But really, we're not looking at anything too crazy. Again, I'm assuming this whole area is completely under enemy control. We only have 33%. The superiority, which I would say is quite bad. We did push our way through 1 province, which is, you know, 1 province is 1 province. I'm not going to be smirched. We've lost 37,000 men. Again, 21,000 of that was, I think, losing them in a sinking. Which is something that you honestly can't really control that much. We're going to send this infantry down here so we can actually push our way here. Send this infantry over this province, see if there's anybody over there. I mean, I'm sure there is, but... We're going to move our troops slightly to the north. Yeah, there is. Okay. Can we push our way to this infantry? They have 500 defense, which is a lot. They're an infantry leader. They're an infantry expert. We actually have the exact same modifiers. So basically, their infantry are the same. I mean, their planning is a little bit better, but that doesn't actually make a huge difference. Okay, so this province actually would increase the front line by 2 provinces. Actually, increase it, yeah, by 2 provinces. Making the French line slightly thinner. Are you, what planet? You're Plains province right now. It is raining, so we probably actually don't want to be attacking in the rain. You know, wait until it's at least somewhat sunny. Like, is it sunny down here? Yeah, it's clear degrees. It's 11. It's a little bit cold, but... You know, it is what it is. I mean, it is like the English Channel. I'm sure it rains basically all the time and it, like, never stops. Okay, so our troop is almost ready to deploy. I guess we're just going to add 1 more division up into our offensive line up here. Okay, we have a very weak tank. They are in hills, which is not great. It's going to be a 30% penalty for our forces. And looks like the storm did move its way south. Is it still storming in the north? It is. Which is not great. It's a little bit muddy. And right now, like Germany, your troops are so low in organization that I think a Communard counterattack could maybe smash their way through. Theoretically. Like, it is possible. Again, the Soviets still hold out in Petrograd. I have no idea how. Like, it's actually insane how they're holding out. Let's go for a German recovery. And we have enough points. Let us go for... Well, except that's actually going to not change anything, because we still have the negative 70% modifier. We go for a war economy. Weapons manufacturers. Does that make it cheaper? Yes, it does. So we got 70 days to get this one done. Paternal autocrats are like by far in the lead, but we're still authoritarian, democratic. We're at 90% here. We should hopefully break our way through. Hopefully, also one of these provinces is actually completely empty, so we can move like a cavalry unit one province further. And it looks like that was the case, so we can probably push in with our cavalry unit just one more province. And okay, the AI is starting to reposition themselves. Our cavalry unit has gone one province further. The Canadians have closed in the gap. You have declared war on Muscat. That doesn't matter. Move our troops here. Okay, actually, there's still 3 divisions. Okay, so you can defend this area. You hold off for now. Go reinforce your cavalry, friend. It looks like the French are moving troops further down to the south, which is great. So again, let's increase... Are we even building any factories? What are we building right now? We're building one civilian factory extremely slowly. So what should we do? Landing craft, I think, actually, would it be like a bad idea? I think we're actually going to start researching our 1942 guns for right now. Can I move my troop there in time? He's going to be there in 14 hours. Can you hold out in 14 hours? I think so. There you go. So you are on the defensive. We can last stand with you. Of course, actually, doing any of these events are actually really, really cheap because we only have 7 divisions. So we can almost like constantly force attack if we wanted to. So you guys are going to be completely A-okay there. There's just so many French men. They're going to develop the Ukraine. I mean, that's good for them, I guess. Are they going to call them into the war, though? They join the okay, so they do join the International, but it looks like they join, like, the Falici International? I don't really know how that works. Central America joins... Unless that's just an event or, like, a modifier. Answers, I have no idea. Like, are they... No, I don't know actually what it does. Yeah, it's none of that stuff, so I don't know what them joining the International there does at all. It might actually not do anything. Okay, let's even push one province further. I think that could work out okay. Of course, I have no idea what's happening in any of these areas over here. We can see there's no battles, but... I'm assuming Canadian forces and French forces are here against the Communards, but I don't really know for certain if that's the case. We got 3 infantry divisions here. This is going to increase the front line by a nice 4 provinces, while only increasing ours by 1. Is my troop ready to deploy yet? No, because he's missing manpower. Okay. Fair enough. We're not going to get the manpower anytime soon, but, what can you do? But for right now, I think today is going to be a good time to end this episode. Thanks for watching. My name is Anthony. If you enjoyed, write a thumbs up. If you're not enjoying, click thumbs down. Remember to subscribe, and goodbye.